Ontario's Deputy Premier and Health Minister Christine Elliott said on Thursday that according to provincial statistics, more than 50% of adults in Ontario are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. On Thursday, officials reported 16.3 million vaccine doses have been administered so far, with 51.1% of the adult population fully immunized. More than 78% of adults have at least one dose, according to official figures. All eligible Ontarians, aged 12 and older, are able to get a second shot. The province will be opening up mass vaccination sites for walk-ins so people can get their shots without needing an appointment.
Just over 1 week ago, our great province moved to Step 2 of the roadmap to reopen, allowing the people of Ontario to take part in many of the activities they haven't been able to enjoy for some time. This is thanks to the hard work of Ontarians and the continuing success of the province's vaccine rollout. More than half of all adults in Ontario have received a second dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. Thanks to our incredible healthcare workers, over 16 million doses of the vaccine have been administered to date. And with all individuals aged 12 and older now able to receive their second dose ahead of schedule, we will only continue to see these numbers increase. This is exciting news, but we are not stopping there. We want to ensure that even more Ontarians can benefit from the protection of a two-dose summer. Our government is working closely with public health units, community organizations, and other stakeholders to address barriers to vaccination. This includes targeted strategies such as mobile clinics, dedicated clinic days for youth, and town hall meetings in multiple languages. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective, and they are our best defense against this virus. As Dr. Moore said earlier this week, vaccines are our ticket out of the pandemic. And that is why, as we prepare to enter Step 3 in our roadmap to reopen, it is critical that we all get vaccinated as soon as possible. I encourage all eligible Ontarians to book your appointments to protect yourself and your loved ones. By getting fully vaccinated, we can help to put the pandemic behind us. We've had quite a vigorous framework from the outset, and I think as Minister Jones indicated, the fact that 83% of the people during a certain time frame that ended up in hospital with COVID were not vaccinated, I think is incentive enough for people to move forward, to protect yourself, to protect your loved ones. And so we are going to continue with our efforts to make sure that we reach every person in Ontario who wants to receive a vaccine. And we are working with our public health units, with primary care as well, in making sure that we can do things such as the pop-up clinics in areas that may have higher levels of COVID, to make sure that we can have the clinics where we can have multiple translation efforts done into many languages, just to remove any barriers that may exist that are preventing people from receiving a vaccine that we can deal with. And so we are going to continue our efforts, even though we have 50% of the adult population vaccinated with 2 doses. There still is more work to do, and we're going to continue that work with our health sector partners.